But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
And the next day, on April 4th, 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was dead. He was gunned down as he stood on the balcony of a motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Today, exactly 50 years later, his death serves as a reminder that King's civil rights work is nowhere near from over. Thousands marched through Memphis today, many holding signs reading, "I am a man," signs that the same message that was carried by Strike Memphis sanitation workers in 1968. King was in Memphis to support those workers when he was killed. You're looking at a live picture from the Church of the Jesu in Milwaukee, where the bells are tolling not only here but all over the country at this hour for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They began at exactly 6:01, the time that King was shot 50 years ago. And tonight, we look back at Dr. King's visit here in Milwaukee. Katie Crowther live from the statue on MLK Drive that honors the man. Katie.
Shannon, as you can see right now, some fresh flowers lay at the feet of this statue of Dr. Martin Luther King. On this night 50 years ago, just hours after King was killed, Milwaukee's mayor at the time addressed the city, saying few men of our time have given themselves so completely to the cause of freedom and human dignity as Dr. King. In the days after Dr. Martin Luther King's murder, a march and 2 outdoor memorial services were held here in his honor.
That anyone who commits an act of violence in the name of Dr. Martin Luther King, in the name of this leader, is desecrating his memory and his cause.
Milwaukee's 1967 riot was still on many minds, and the fair housing fight was going strong. Before his death, King praised Milwaukee and local activist Father James Groppe for fair housing marches and school walkouts here.
I feel that there has been progress in race relations here as in other cities, but the problems are still here in employment and de facto segregation in the schools and, of course, in housing.
King spoke in Milwaukee in 1964 at what's now the Miller High Life Theater.
I think it's so important for children to grow up with healthy outlooks and world perspectives, and they must not grow up stigmatized.
Almost 2 years later, he addressed a large crowd at UWM.
There is the need to move on towards solving the problem. And studies can end up getting us bogged down in the paralysis of analysis, and we never get to the action that is necessary to solve the basic problem.
It's amazing how strongly King's message from back then still resonates so strongly today, 50 years after his life was cut tragically short. Reporting live, Katie Crowther, today's TMJ4.
All right, thank you, Katie. Much to learn and much to do.